Oh, hello there, yes. Well, good grief, that was a week, wasn't it? Yeah, and all that stuff happened, didn't it? Yeah. I don't care. It's just stuff, isn't it? It just whizzes past you. Entropy plays its way upon your body. We are to become but dust. Sounds pretty cool to me. Anyway, talking of perhaps inevitable things, we had, the announcement yesterday of a new right-wing think tank. Ooh. Haven't we got enough already? The answer is no. Yes, reform government would have to do unpopular things, says policy guru. Yes, there's Mr. Orr from, previous policy think tanks conferences. Yes. Yes, Mr. Orr and the Centre for a Better Britain, or whatever it's going to be called, because there's no details about this yet. It's just going to be, what amounts to a front, hopefully to the tune of 25 million quid, to get reform into power, and presumably, given, perhaps the enormous brain cells that we can see in operation with the reform actual councillors or indeed MPs, perhaps to give it what might be considered to be a bit of intellectual heft. Except, of course, that's always a nebulous term on the right. It just simply means the usual figures that get involved with everything. So, yeah, James Orr, who's a theologian, oh dear God, at Cambridge, well, kudos, who's a good friend of JD Vance, which should surely, dear God, ring alarm bells with people. There are loads of other alarm bells about this, but one does get the feeling that it'll enable Talk TV and GB News and indeed The Telegraph and some of the other minor publications to interview somebody from a think tank who's, not exactly a member of Reform, but basically a member of Reform, who will tell us exactly how great Reform are going to be. But I was thinking about that initial headline. Should we look at that again? Let's look at that again. Reform government would have to do unpopular things. And it reminded me of something. It reminded me of something from about 15 years ago. And then it came to me, of course, yes, because what they're going to do, of course, is line up the notion that there'll be more austerity. I mean, we already had 15 years of austerity, but, probably going to get a few more under Labour. But why not round it off with a very, very neat 20 years? That's a kind of reasonable chunk of my lifetime, and if we throw Thatcherism in with that, it's basically the majority of my lifetime, isn't it, that we've had to have this stuff whereby, I can't have things because, we, whoever that is, can't afford it. I mean, let's face it, if I want stuff, then Charlie, the Pimlico plumber, will probably go, even more abroad. Or something. Anyway, the more I read about this potential think tank, the more dodgy it sounds. I mean, not the least of which is just anything tied to the National Conservatives, who, if you're being polite about them, they're the Nat C's. No, that isn't particularly polite, but you get the idea. But again, had to smile at this particular one. I mean, just read this headline, right? Reform-linked think tank hires YouTube star in policy and PR push. And you think, okay, I wonder who that's going to be. Archie Manners, a comedian and online influence, will play a leading role in the Centre for Better Britain as Nigel Farage looks to build his policy agenda. Oh dear God, spare us. But what it means in essence, isn't it, is that there will be less and less and less, because to get those important tax cuts in, we need less and less and less. So I can just carry on working forever until I die, because that's what the economy is for, isn't it? The economy is there to chew up ordinary people like me and spit them out again. Yeah, because we can't possibly do anything ever different. And if the Conservatives manage to muck up their neocon ideas, then we'll have to have some other neocons. We'll have to have the reform neocons, won't we? And if the reform neocons don't work, then we'll have to have something even more patently absurd in their place. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yes, as I'm whacked once again. But Honestly, yeah, because we were told this. 2010, oh, just a few years, maybe 2015 tops. It'll all, look at the projections, yeah? Yeah, I mean, after all, we'll pay down the debt and everything will be fine and productivity will be up and the wages will be up. And it didn't happen. It just didn't happen, apart from a great deal of misery, which the government cacked their pants on and basically gave in to the idea of a referendum. Because then we can have Brexit and everything will be fine. That'll sort everything out, won't it? In an instant, yeah? Yeah, the German car manufacturers will come crawling, begging us for a deal, won't they? Oh, God, yeah. And anyway, we'll be sovereign and we won't have to take rules from anybody. Yes. Except, of course, that didn't quite happen for 10 years, or the best part of, eh? Still, never mind now, we can just leave the ECHR, can't we? Yeah, that'll do. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. That way, right, okay. We won't have migrants. We can just get rid of the migrants, and that'll work instead. But the fundamentals of the economy must remain the same. We must have a smaller state, which means that, well, there'll just be no hospitals or roads or anything else. But at least, right, you'll be able to choose a wide variety of different products in the one shop that's left in your area. Oh, hooray! Yes, the minimum wage shop where we can all go to work so long as we do 95 hours a week. We can all afford a one-room flat in an HMO. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Whack. May I have another? Yes, dear God. Yet more of the same. Yet more of the same. And thank God it's going to be a theologian who's a friend of JD Vance. What could possibly go wrong? Still, it's only a short-term pain. It's just that short-term pain appears to now have been at least about 60% of my life. So I'm not quite sure. Perhaps the short term is in a millennia. Yes. When these layers of dust which I've become have been laid down, crushed into some form of sandstone, and then we'll be there, the nirvana of a small state. And it will be a small state, of course, because we'll all be dead. Yes. Anyway, cheery news for us all, and it'll be sold as such, won't it? Yeah. In fact, they're probably going to do us a favour if they don't charge us too much for it. Whack. Oh, thank you, sir. May I have another? Oh, thank you. Where do they get them from, and why on earth am I going to have to put up with yet another political commentator, oh dear God, who's a YouTuber influencer who's about 12? Oh God. Still, have a lovely weekend. Do enjoy.